Good morning, good morning. This is Jackie, Miss JJ Diamond. Uh, Deja. What's they call me? Jesus Christ. Jacqueline. Yeah. It's a shame I got so many names, y'all. It's unreal. Jacqueline, that's what my mama named me. Deja was a name I was given back about 25 years ago. Um, Coming back, going into the music industry. Um, what's the other name? It's JJ Diamond. That's my trade name in the music industry today. And Jackie, that's my nickname. For y'all that just didn't know why I have so many names. And you know, these people they just give me all kind of names. They just call me everything. Baby girl, uh, Queen JJ, Miss JJ, Diamond. You know, they just give me all kind of names, y'all. You know, and I accept it. You know, because it's still love. They loving me. You know, so you know I take it and I'll be like, okay, whatever. But anyway, I got on here today. I haven't been on it for a long time, y'all. For a while, I've been doing a lot of things. I have so much to get together and you know just get right for 2021. You know, this is just what it is. You know, everybody has to get their things right. You know, we've been through a serious year with this pandemic, and we're close to the end. Hopefully, by mid summer of 2021, we will be done with this thing. You know, I continue to pray for us every single day. You know, if you've been good to me or you're one of my friends, you know, and I can call you a friend and you're not a snake because there's a lot of those out there and I'm finding out every single day. But if you one of my true friends, you know, and God knows your heart and God knows my heart, I pray for you every single day because I pray every single day. So just know that, you know, a prayer is going out for you every single day. I pray for my family and my friends, you know, make sure God cover us, you know, and make sure that we safe and we good, you know. Um, I guess I'll give y'all the weather here in Charlotte because I normally do. Alexa, what's the weather here today in Charlotte?
Currently, in Charlotte, it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers with a high of 46 degrees and a low of 38 degrees.
Ugh, little cool, but you know what? Sometimes I be feeling like she be lying because I'll get outside thinking it's cold. I have on all these clothes and it be like 60 degrees. And I'm like, what the? I thought Alexa told me it was going to be in the 40s. So I don't know. I'll let y'all know on that on another day. But today, I want to talk about the DJs. You know, for everybody that know me, really know me, they know that I used to party hard as a young person. I was in the clubs. Life was fun for me, and I'm gonna just give it to y'all real. You know, I had a lot of bad things happen in my life, but music did something for me. You know, it took that pain away. Dancing in the clubs, you know, just being free. You know, it did a lot for me. You know, and that's why I hate right now that like I hurt my leg working. You know, it started getting better. Now I messed it up again, so I can't do too much dancing. You know, and it hurts me to my heart because I love to dance. I love to feel the music. You know, I just love it. And I was one that always touched base with the DJs, you know, and I never knew why, y'all. I never knew why I touched base with the DJs back in the day. It's just like I had to be friends with the DJs because they the ones who kept me rocking. They the ones who kept me feeling good. And when I was on the floor and they saw me dancing, you know, they'd keep that shit. Oh, I'm sorry, supposed to curse. They keep that thing going and I could dance for like 2 hours, you know. And a DJ loved to see that. They love to see when somebody's enjoying their music, the way they play their music, their mixes. They love that. You know what I'm saying? That makes them feel good, you know. And they don't know they're making us feel good. I just want to throw this out here. You know, I want to give y'all, give my one of my good friends, Magic Mike, um, a big shout out, and I wish I could hug him. He's up in Canada. Um, he has a podcast right now, and I want y'all to go try to listen to it. For those that can afford other subscriptions, I'm trying to get him to come over to Amazon. But I don't know how far deep in Canada he lives because he doesn't live near Toronto, and I know Toronto has Amazon in that area. I don't know about where he's at if they have Amazon, but I'm trying to get him to come over to Amazon and Simple Radio so more of us Americans can listen to his shows. I will say this. I wouldn't be who I am today coming back into the industry, okay, without Magic Mike. This is why I will always support Magic Mike no matter what. If I see him put a post down, I'm going to share it. I'm going to chat with him. I send him my music all the time. He's played all my music, played my kids' music. I just love him so much, for doing what he's done for me, supporting Miss JJ Entertainment and supporting my movement. It's hard to find people that do that, and he was one that really took interest and said, hey, I'm going to help this girl because I like what she's doing, or this woman, And this is why I support Magic Mike. So I'm asking y'all support him. He's out of Canada, but best to believe, even though he's out of Canada, they know him here in the United States, okay? Because he works for radio stations that runs in Canada and also runs out here in the United States. And that's how I got known in Atlanta, Without him, I was up in Maryland, and he was playing my music from Canada, and I'm hearing people from Atlanta is hearing my music. People in Washington is hearing my music. And I'm like, how? And it's because he had those connections, what I'm saying? He was the plug, and I was so thankful to have him because without him, I wouldn't have been able to get my music heard the way I was getting my music heard, Even Chicago contacted me, and said, hey, yo, we want some of that music, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'll send it to you, So yeah, we must support the DJs. Okay, we have to. A lot of people was upset this during the COVID. Because I was rocking with DJ Kid New. He was doing the COVID. What did he call it? I forgot what he called it, but the COVID. He was DJing for us for the COVID, to keep us, occupied, keep our minds straight, let us get off that frustration of being in the house, and he gave it to us so well, and this is why I paid attention to him a lot, and I rocked out with him throughout, the time that he was doing his quarantine DJ mix, he had us like in a zone, and when you have DJs like that, those are DJs you want to hold on to. You know what I mean? He gets on my nerves sometimes, because I grew up, in the same neighborhood with him. But, he may say some things that they get on my nerves, bring up old stuff, But it's okay, people tell me, oh, why you want to deal with the past? Deal with the past. These are the people that I walked around, been around every day of my life. So how can I leave the past in the past? These are the people who made me who I am today. So I cannot just leave the people in the past. Now, I can add on newcomers if I feel they're good, as long as they're not snakes. And yeah, hey, we can bring you in and we can love on you as well, because I got a DJ here, Jay Woods, I just met him, he's doing great things for Charlotte, and, we're connecting. So, I can't just leave my people in the past. I just want to let y'all know that, I just can't do that. These people has been in my life, Granted, DJ Kid knew a little bit longer than the rest of them, but I didn't think to contact him though when, the music came about. I don't know why. But I really didn't know what he was into quite as kept at the time. If he had stopped doing the party thing or what, I really didn't know. I'm going to just be honest with y'all, until they showed me. Like, look, Jackie. And I'm like, is that? Yeah. See, I didn't pay attention, my eyes was closed. I was blinded, But, Magic Mike, he held me down. And I would never forget him. I would never, not support him, because he made it happen, and I will say that. So I'm asking y'all, when y'all see his flyer, that's Magic Mike, MAJICMIKE, Mike, Magic with a J. Y'all follow him, listen to his music, listen to his podcast. He does wonderful things, like I said, he makes connections for both countries, and that's what made me like, this man he got it, you know what I mean? You got connections in 2 countries, and and not only that, he got connections in other countries too, because I noticed he's starting to deal with the Jamaicans a lot, which is a beautiful thing, because those are good people. I grew up around a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of Hispanics, so I know a lot about how good the foreigners are, even though they are foreigners. I was around Trinidadians, and they've always treated me with love and respect and taught me so much, so that's why I show my love. People say, okay, well, is she black? Is she Hispanic? Is she Jamaican? What is she? When I made Pop Your Pum Pum, that was my love giving back to the Jamaicans for all the stuff that they've done for me, for all the things that they've taught me. When I was in Harlem, not only the blacks took care of me, but the Jamaicans took care of me too. So I had to give my love back to these people, So if y'all hear me, people contemplating like, well, what is she? What is she? No, she's Jamaican. No, she's Hispanic. No, she's this. My real heritage, and I'm going to tell y'all that, my real heritage is Hispanic, Native Black, okay? That is my real heritage, okay? My grandmother was Native. She was from Tampa, Florida, Lakeland to be exact, which is right on the outskirts of Tampa. My grandfather came over from Cuba. They met or whatever, how they did things. I don't know, but y'all know how it happened, and they got married and had some babies. And that's how it happened. So yeah. This is who I am. It took me a lot of years to find out who I really was. I just couldn't understand how we had this Hispanic name in our family, and I looked the way I look, But then when I got to see what Cubans really look like, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, they could be my people. I didn't really know, because I've never been to Cuba. And I hope to and pray one day I will make it over to Cuba to stand where my people are from, Yeah, so that's my goal in life, to especially when I retire. When I retire, this is the things that I want to do. I want to go and visit the places that, my family walked, my family lived, so I can see the heritage. I'm big on heritage, people, because, I got grandkids now as well, and I want them to know their heritage. I want them to carry that along, because I grew up not knowing, and that's sad. It's really sad, so it took for my family to die and for all the possessions to come into my hands in order for me to see who I really was, and it's sad, and a lot of people do this to their kids, and it's not right, allow your kids, people, to know who they are, so yeah, so I feel blessed, that getting back to the DJs, that these guys, have been in my life, and not only them too. There's many, many DJs. I just can't call them out, but these are the 2 main ones that has been in my life, so I have to give them love and show them love. When y'all see their stuff come down the stream, y'all see me supporting them, don't get jealous. It's just, I have to give it to them, their family, and that's just what it is, The DJs, they y'all don't get it, when you make a song, if the DJ don't play it, it's not gonna get heard. And that's just the way it works. It's been like that in the industry since the beginning. You're not gonna come up if a DJ does not play your music. So we have to show these people love. That's just what it is. I used to sit when I was in Maryland. I was sick. Y'all remember I was homeless at the time. And I say homeless because I didn't have a physical house. I was living in a hotel room, but I was able to pay for it every month. So, I didn't worry about that. But I still felt like I was homeless. And Here come Big Mouth. And I would sit there and I would look at my emails, and to get emails from DJs, is a beautiful thing. You don't know. You're getting an email from a DJ, yo, I heard your song, Miss JJ. Can I get that? And I'm like, okay. I'm sending it right over. So it was, y'all don't understand the feeling, because I never thought that people would take to my music, being that I'm older, they would take to my music the way they did, and being that I produced it on my own. And I was just learning in Maryland. I was learning how to, do this mixing, making the music. And, I was learning all this stuff at one time, learning how to write, because I always had people writing for me. So my husband started that, my ex-husband started that out. Okay. And then I had to learn how to do the music and record the music and make sure it sounds right and all that other stuff. That stuff wasn't easy, y'all. So it took a lot of focus and a lot of time, mentally and physically, to do these things, So when a DJ contacts you and say, give me that, you give it to them. You know what I mean? You say, here, take it, because you helping me out, and if you feeling it, they gonna feel it because you rocking with it. You know what I mean? So, I want you to look at this movie. What's the name of the movie? It's about the Bronx and music. And that taught me, because I couldn't understand it. But the movie, it's actually a series. What is the name of the series, y'all? Lord, I forget everything. Hold on, I'm gonna remember the series. Y'all need to see this series. Y'all really need to see this series because it teaches you a lot about music. And I didn't know how powerful the DJs really were until, I already knew what Magic Mike had showed me. But when I saw this movie, I understood it a little bit better. You know what I mean? So I want y'all to check this out. It's a series on Netflix. Lord Jesus, I'm trying to find it, y'all. I want y'all to look at this movie. And it's about music. It's about hip-hop music and singers. It's about both. So it's showing you both sides of the music industry. With pop music, R&B, and hip-hop music, and how it began and how it started, So it's good. I think I mentioned it on my Facebook, and y'all make sure y'all follow me on Facebook. Y'all can follow me on all platforms at Miss JJ Diamond. Only thing on my Facebook is Miss JJ Diamond Official because they still don't want to give me my little check. I don't know what's their problem, but they want me to pay for it, and I ain't doing it. When I'm done with them, they're going to have no choice but to give it to me because I'm not paying for it. I shouldn't have to pay for something that I deserve, But I need y'all to watch this movie. I'm trying to find it, y'all. Just give me a minute. I hope they ain't take it off of Netflix. They couldn't have took it off of Netflix. Please, no. Oh, Jesus. I don't see it. Why? Oh, found it. It's called The Get Down. Okay? So y'all make sure y'all check out The Get Down because The Get Down teaches a lot about how this music thing really started. And I had a friend that you're gonna see people using drugs in this show, and I had a friend that told me they didn't like musicians or music artists. They listened to their music, but they didn't like them because all of them use drugs, and it kind of made me feel bad inside, because like the people that I know and myself, we strive not to use drugs so we can stay focused. Excuse me, y'all. These allergies. Anyway, we stay focus on trying not to use drugs. So, so that way we can do things the right way, because we do know a lot of people in the industry failed because they use drugs. A lot of music artists, R&B, pop, and hip hop have used a lot of drugs. But when people look at an industry as whole, we are all one. You know what I mean? So they don't just say, well, this person was using drugs, that person, they counter everybody. We all are addicts. We all are this. We all are that. You know what I mean? So this is why I tell people in the music industry, there's no reason for you to be jealous or be angry because the next person is getting more money for you. Wait for your turn, and love each other. Y'all see me loving all of these artists out here, and the reason being is because we are one. If they do something negative, we are all looked at, not just that person in general. Okay, granted, now the media has learned to single out each individual artist when they do something negative. However, that's still a bad outcome on the whole music industry, because they still look at us as a whole. So then people don't trust us. People don't look at us right. Some of the things that some of the music artists say, they think we all the same. And it's really not true. However, we're still one. Okay, in the music industry. So this is how people view us. So we have to watch the things that we do, we say, the way we act, because people view us as one. And when they look down on one of us in the industry, they're looking down on all of us in the industry, and it hurts. It hurts when I have to hear my fellow colleague, okay? We may not be getting money together, but you're still my colleague because we're still in the same entertainment industry. We're getting paid from the same person, whether it be ASCAP, BMI, whatever, we're still colleagues. So it hurts us when we see our colleagues on the news for something negative. Oh, they killed somebody, or they did this, or they got pulled over by the cops, or, oh, they mistreating their kid, or, that reflects us all. Okay? So, if you're thinking about coming into the industry, the music industry, just think about that, Get the help that's needed if you do become an addict. We all become an addict of something, So we just don't want people constantly saying, oh, the music artists ain't nothing but drug addicts, And you're going to see that in the Get Down, where people were using drugs in there, You will see how the plugs worked. When I say plugs, meaning, people, they went and greased their hands to make sure things got right, and how things wouldn't do right because of something that somebody did in the past, and that's another thing. Things that you do reflect, on your past. See, I have a past, but my past is not really that bad, according to some of these people's past, and it hurts you sometime long term, because people always want to look back at your past. Like I said, my past is not that bad, so I don't have to worry about that. I always kept good people around me. Of course, there was always haters. There's always going to be haters everywhere you go. That's just what it is, especially when you're the type that mingle with the DJs and you're dancing in the clubs and everybody know you, you're going to be hated. That's just what it is. However, a lot of people, they take things to the extreme, put out lies about you, different things. They don't even know the facts, and they just be running off at the lips, and don't know nothing. And other people like, what is he talking about? They look at this dude is lying, or this woman is lying, because that's not her. You must mix her up with somebody else, So I'm thankful that I did keep my life straight, so that way I can have a good rapport with certain people, coming into any industry. Forget about just the music, the sales, no matter what industry out here, I always was try to be professional in anything I do, so that way I can hold that professional status 10, 20, 30 years from now. So when people say my name, they say, yeah. Miss JJ, she cool beans. You can deal with her. She's willing to work. You know, she's willing to work with you. You know, she's that type of person, you know. So that's why you build these rapports, you know. And even with the DJs, even though, you know, and I know my music is being played like in Buffalo. I used to mingle with all the DJs in Buffalo, you know. And I didn't know my music was being played in Buffalo, but it was, you know. People have heard it. And some people told me about it, you know. They didn't play it on the radio, but I'm not really sure because I don't listen to their radio station. But the point that I'm trying to make is people remember, you know, and they remember your face. They remember your attitude. Attitude plays a big part in everything we do, you know. And we got to continue to show each other love in order to get through this thing. You know, I told y'all, I think it was in my last podcast, how the newer generation is trying, they keeping me in, you know, they want to keep me in, you know, because they know I show love. You know, you show me love, I'm going to show you love back. You know, I mean, I don't get to hear all the songs that people show me love in unless somebody show me, you know, or tell me, you know, but when they show me love, I show them love, you know, and that's just what it is. You know, of course, I'm not going to show them love every time because I may not see it. But if I do, I'm going to give it to them and they know that. So they say, hey, we can rock with Miss JJ because we know if we call her name out in the song, she's going to share our stuff. You know, she's going to speak on it. She's going to show us the love that we deserve. You know, and more people should do that. You know, and I do see a couple of artists out there starting to do that. You know, matter of fact, like I saw Alicia Keys, you know, a lot of people call Alicia Keys out of her songs, you know, in their songs. And I did see her dancing on one of the songs that the people, the artist had called her out in, you know. I mean, that's just how we have to do this thing, y'all. We have to protect each other and protect each other's mental and physical, you know. And that's just what it is, you know, and love the DJs because they are the ticket. You know, we have to love the DJs. That's just what it is. Okay? So, and the thing too with the DJs, let me tell you, the DJs, and this is what any DJ, if it's a real DJ, they will go back, okay, to a place that you ain't never even been with music, okay? Because this is what they do. They listen to music all day. They love music so much. So they, it's who they are, you know? And you'll hear a song be like, that beat is hot. Never heard that before. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, he vibing to this thing. Let me see. And then you start vibing to this thing. Now you done found you know, a new song to listen to. So this is what it is, y'all. You know, y'all have to listen to the DJs. Pay attention to the DJs. You know, I know y'all be seeing me calling them out. I be calling them out. Even in here in Charlotte, you know, I be calling them out. You know, some are very supportive. Like I had some DJs that was here in Charlotte that was very supportive in the beginning when I first got here, and now they're not supportive at all. So I'm not dealing with them. I don't have time for that. You like me today, you don't like me tomorrow. You know, I really don't have time for that. So I'm going to deal with the DJs that mess with me like that. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, you know. But like I said, take note of that, you know. DJs, and they remember. You know, this is young DJ, young. He got a podcast. Yeah, it's a podcast. And he been pulling out all of these artists, you know, and me and my significant other was watching it, and we're like, well, who is this dude? And, you know, my significant other was like, I don't know who this dude is, but he got all the artists on here, you know, from back in the day, you know. How did he get that plug? You know? I'm like, because he got that plug because he showed them love. They were kind to him. He was kind to them. And now, overnight, he's an overnight sensation because he, especially to us older generation, because he's bringing out the people that when we were little, we were watching and looking up to. So now he's young. He's a genius. I think he's a genius. I don't know who gave him the plug, but he's a genius. And I forgot his name. But yeah, he's been bringing out all the artists, okay? All the older artists that was coming up when I was young, when I was like young, and it's in hip hop, y'all. He's genius, okay? And he looks like a very young dude. I never caught his age. I'm going to do some research on him. But they respect him, you know? And like I said, he's from the new era, and they respect him like, hey, you know, he got us on here. He had Kid and Play on there, okay? We ain't seen them in forever. But I bet you we seen him on there. He had all of the people from House Party. What's the brothers that was in House Party as well? He had them on there. And I'm like, how did he do that? You know what I mean? And that's another thing, too. You got to watch your emails, because sometimes when these people be putting stuff together, and they visions can be powerful. You know what I mean? Very powerful. And this man created a platform for all of the 80s and 90s artists. It was genius. Who would have thought? And I mean, he gets them on there. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, y'all. Respect the DJs. The DJs are the key to this industry. They're the key. You know? They're the key. Y'all hear DJ Khaled say it. I got the keys. They're the keys. Even though he makes music, but he's still a DJ. DJ first. Okay? And that's why he tell y'all, I got the keys, you know, and then I went right behind him like, yeah, I got some of them keys too, because I got some DJ friends. Hey, you know? So, yeah. Love the DJs, y'all. Make sure y'all love Magic Mike for sure. That's my heart right there. DJ Kid New, we working it out. He gonna become my heart one day. We have our battles. But support these guys, you know, because they're doing great things. Great things, you know. Definitely support them, you know. Support any DJ that you've been following, you know. I show them all love, you know, but these two right here is the main two. And, you know, I had to take it back home, you know, with this COVID, because, you know, I had to remember that I'm a New Yorker, you know, we get through anything, you know. New York is not easy to live in, y'all. And people say, you know, if you can live in New York, you can live anywhere. And I mean, that's true, and then it's not true, you know. But for the most part, when you feel like, well, I'm going to tell you how I was feeling with this COVID thing. I was a little depressed. You know, I didn't understand what was going on. I'm in a strange environment, you know. Even though I've been here for 4 years, here in Charlotte, it's still strange to me because I really don't know these people, because they had a life before I came along, just like I had a life before I came here. So, you know, you really don't know these people, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, how do you carry this with these people? You know what I mean? And, you know, I think about Drake. He said in that song, what did he say? I'm sorry, y'all, for this coughing. I got to take my allergy medicine. He said in the song, who are all you people? You know? And that's the way I feel. Like, you know, I don't know you people. You know, I know y'all cool with me, you know, but do I really know y'all people? No, I know my people from home. You know? If you a snake, I know you a snake. You know what I mean? If you good beans, I know you good beans. You know what I mean? So I know them people. I don't really know these people. So I was feeling real depressed, you know. So when DJ Kid New did that and brought out all the people from home, you know, and started reminiscing, it did a big thing for me, y'all. You know, a very big thing for me. He doesn't know what he's done for me. You know, it brought me out of my depression. And then when he went away with the quarantine thing, because they was giving him a hard time about playing certain music, I went right back into depression all over again. You know, it just, you know, people don't understand. You need your foundation, and your foundation is where you come from. You know, this is why I created the song, Where I Come From. I cannot exclude those people, because that's where I come from. I wouldn't be who I am today if I wasn't around those people. Okay? So they didn't create a murderer. They didn't create a killer. They didn't create an addict. They created a loving person that gives back love. So why would y'all want me to forget my past? I hate when they say that to me. Forget your past. No. My past is what made me who I am today. Me dancing, I would have never wanted to work with Chris Brown or meet Chris Brown if I didn't remember my past. Okay? Because I used to be in Buffalo, New York, looking at the TV and watching Chris Brown on the TV. And I said, if I ever get into the industry, I want to work with Chris Brown. I love me some Chris Brown, y'all. And I've been following him since he was a little kid. So when I met him, it was like, let me tell you something. I didn't go crazy, even though he got one of them songs, go crazy. I didn't go crazy, jumping all over, Chris Brown falling out, none of that, because I know he's a human being just like me. I held fame just like he did. I just held fame in a different way. So I know how to act, So, when we was able to meet, it was like, hey, there, that's Chris. You know what I mean? It was a wonderful thing because I used to watch him on TV. I watched him grow in this industry. So it was a wonderful thing. When I got to the clubs, I would tell the DJs, play Chris Brown. And they like, okay. And I get on the dance floor and I do his little steps he be doing, And they like, okay, this thing is popping. Yeah, I told y'all I play that thing, So that's how I used to vibe. Me and the DJs, we vibe. I come home, watch the BET and the music video box. I'm hitting the club and I'm going to tell them what they need to be playing because this is hot. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta love the DJs, Because sometimes the DJs don't even know what's the new stuff out, They haven't heard it, and they like, okay, they be needing me. I know the DJs in Buffalo, they needed me because they knew I was going, just like with the firm when Jay-Z and AZ and Foxy Brown, I think it was, and somebody else. When they came out, didn't nobody in Buffalo know about that? I put that on the map in Buffalo. Okay, I took it to the DJs. Like, you got to play this right here. Same with 50. Him in the game. Yo, y'all got to play this right here. This is fire. And they listen to me. And I get on the dance floor. I show them that it's right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you see that? You see that move? Look at that move. And they like, yo, she getting down to that thing. And then the rest of the people follow. Like, yo, that is kind of tight. Yeah, I told y'all. So that's how it works. You know what I mean? Some DJs have those that bring the music to them. Some DJs, they actually take the time out, sit down and listen to different people and say, hey, I'm going to play this because I like this. I'm vibing to this. So that's why I said, y'all got to respect the DJs, y'all. Respect them. They are the most powerful in this industry. Without them, there would be no us. Okay? And this is why we have to give them that respect. Okay? And that love. They're making it a little hard for them now on Facebook and Instagram for them to, show who they are, and it's a sad ordeal. And now they have to go to actual radio or, like Apple or Google or, these different streaming services in order for us to hear them. And, a lot of times we don't have the money for subscriptions to even listen to them, However, I'm letting my DJs know, hey, we need you on Simple Radio. We need you on Alexa. We need you here. This is where we can listen to you on a regular basis because we want to show you that love. But they're blocking us because they know we don't have enough money to have 15,000 subscriptions because that's what it seems like the world is coming to. We got to have all these subscriptions in order to listen to our music. If you don't pay your subscription, even in your library, you can't listen to your music. What kind of crap is that? So you're buying music and can't listen to it if you ain't got no money. And the music is what you need when you ain't got no money because it'll keep you mentally stable, keep you happy. So what are they doing to us? You know what I mean? They are destroying. This is why we got to go back to CDs because, or what's the things? Kid New was selling them those things. I forget what they're called. The USBs. Because they're trying to stop us from the music soothes the savage beast. If a beast is listening to a song that he loves and he's acting a fool, he gonna stop for a minute like, ain't that my song? This is what music do to us, and you can't take music away from us with these subscriptions. And that's what America is doing to us. They're allowing these companies to do this to us. Okay? And it's sad. But we got to put an end to it. We got to find a way. We will find a way. Because without music, they're going to have a bunch of crazies running around here killing up each other because they need the music. I was laughing. This guy at my job, I wasn't laughing because I understood him, because I knew a couple of people like himself. He would come out of work on his lunch break and he would put his earphones in his ear and he would dance up and down, the walkway there, and they're like, oh, he does that every day, That's his way of releasing his stress. Your way of releasing your stress is sitting down, putting your feet up. Your way of releasing your stress may be smoking a cigarette. Your way of releasing stress may be talking to a couple of friends. His way of releasing stress is dancing it off. You can't knock him. You can't knock him because he ain't bothering nobody. He's in his zone. He's in his world. So they need to understand that messing with the music is the wrong thing to do. They just looking at money, but they're not looking at the backlash that's going to happen behind destruction of our music. So that's the end of this podcast, y'all. I just had to get on here. I wanted to say that, because I felt bad that, I got all these subscriptions on this other stuff. My DJ, he wanted me to listen to his podcast, and I want to listen to it. I tried it. I got on Alexa, Alexa. I got on Simple Radio, couldn't find it on there. And he used to be on Simple Radio, so I was able to listen to him, And I will be able to listen to, matter of fact, I have a radio station in Paris that he was working with. Actually, 2 radio stations I have in Paris. And I used to listen to them, on the Simple Radio, So I know he can get on the Simple Radio because he's been on there before. He just probably forgot, about that because everybody is so Apple, Google, TuneIn, everybody is so those, So he said, okay, well, let me step my game up and go on here. But then sometimes we got to backtrack and go back to what we knew, you know what I mean? And start from the bottom again, because look at what they're doing to us. We can't afford all these subscriptions. You got to have subscriptions to watch TV. Every time I look at something that's coming out my account, I'm like, again? I can't even plan to shop, y'all. Okay, and I'm going to be honest with you. Unless I got big dollars in my account. Because if I got, say I said, all right, well, I'm going to blow this little check right here, and I'm going to, $100 be gone before I know it because they took them out of the subscriptions. And I'm like, damn, I'm broke again, so I ain't getting that this week. I'll wait till next week, I save my money. This is what they're doing to us, and it's sad. But I love y'all all. This is Miss JJ Diamond, Jacqueline, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow because I'm so busy, but I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all take care of yourselves. Be safe, y'all. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I hope everybody have a prosperous year coming in 2021. Y'all take care.